Good afternoon. I'm Rich Capola. I'm the town manager here at the town of Clayton. Welcome, everybody, to an exciting opportunity to do a ribbon cutting and an actual installation of the town's first, and I say first because hopefully this is not the only opportunity that we have to have a new trash trap here in the town of Clayton. Before we get started, we have a few speakers that we're going to want to bring up, but I do want to recognize several folks that are in the audience here with us today. First, I'd like to recognize Representative Donna White, State Representative. I'd like to recognize Craig Olive, our Register of Deeds. Bill Stovall with our Johnston County Commissioners. Michelle Pace Davis, also with Johnston County Commissioners. And I'd be remiss if I didn't recognize all of our bosses that are here. Mr. Casey, Ms. Archer, thank you all for helping set this all up. At this time, I'm going to ask Samantha from Sound Rivers to come up and say a few words about what we're about to see get installed. Come on.
Thank you all so much. Friends, neighbors, and fellow river enthusiasts. My name's Samantha Kropp, and I'm very honored to be representing Sound Rivers as your Neuse Riverkeeper and Director of Advocacy. We're an organization, we're a nonprofit, and our entire mission is dedicated to monitoring and protecting the Neuse River and the Tar-Pamlico River. And today, we're here to celebrate what we see as a very encouraging, exciting, and promising step forward for not only the health of the Neuse River, but for all of us who benefit from the river, which is all of us. So today we're installing a trash trap, this funky device behind me. This is a floating, passive litter collection device that is a very simple, elegant, yet effective tool that essentially reduces litter that's flowing off of our city sidewalks, our pavement, our rooftops, and ending up in our creek. And you can think of it kind of like a passive filter where it's just constantly working to keep our river cleaner and intercepting trash before it makes its way about 3.5 miles downstream to the Neuse River. So this trap behind me will be the 11th trap that Sound Rivers has installed in the Neuse and Tar-Pamlico waterways. And it will be the first trap here in the city of Clayton. So big round of applause for that. And you can really think of this trap as a first line of defense. It's going to be capturing debris like food wrappers and bottles and plastic bags and styrofoam before all of that can travel downstream. And what we hope is that the result of all of this will be less litter, marring the natural beauty of this creek, and fewer hazards for the incredible array of fish and birds and other critters that call this place home. So I want to point out that in just the last 3 years of Sound Rivers Trash Traps operations, we have traps in Raleigh, in New Bern, in Clayton, in Little Washington, in Greenville, in Rocky Mountain, and Tarboro. And out of all of those traps, we've collected over 6,700 pounds of trash, which may sound like an impressive number, but it's even more impressive if you think about the fact that 95% of that trash is plastic. It's floating, it's plastic bottles and debris that hardly weighs anything. And so this trap can have significant impacts. And as important as the litter that's removed are the community members that we engage along the way. In the past 3 years, we've engaged 350 community members in cleaning out these traps. I've been in the creek with sororities, with Rotary clubs, with environmental organizations, after-school camps, with fishing clubs, honors clubs, and businesses and more. And I can say from experience that there is really no bond formed like the one standing waist deep in water in waders with a bunch of people, cleaning out traps, doing a really good deed on the landscape. So we are really looking forward to working together with the city of Clayton, with the folks here who are interested in helping us to take care of and maintain this trap. We want to work with you. I want to give a special shout out to the Sound Rivers staff who are here with me today. We've got the Pamlico Tar Riverkeeper, Katie Zimmerman, over there. We've got our program director, Clay Barber, and we've got Sierra Dugan, our program assistant. And then last but not least, I want to give a really special shout out to all of the representatives from our state, and from our county and from our city who are here. And a special shout out to the city of Clayton. Your partnership and your willingness to embrace these innovative solutions, it demonstrates that this city really cares about not only a cleaner Clayton, but about a cleaner Neuse River. So thank you very much, and we look forward to what's next.
Hello, everybody. My name's Porter Casey. I'm one of the Clayton Town Council members. I want to sincerely thank Sound River's team for believing in Clayton and partnering with us to make this project a reality. Sound Rivers has done a phenomenal job raising awareness across communities and advocating for the health of our waterways and our watershed. As someone who loves outdoors, especially fishing and water sports, this project is personal to me. Being able to help protect something so dear to me is a true blessing, and I'm happy that we're doing this today. First, I witnessed the impact of a Sound Rivers trash trap in Raleigh. My beautiful wife drugged me to a volunteer event with the Junior Women's Club, and that's when I got to meet this fantastic organization. And the service project was actually cleaning out one of these traps in Raleigh, and I saw that the power that these devices can and the real change that they can make, and an immediate click that this was something that Clayton needed. I'm grateful that our town staff, our town council, and Sound Rivers agreed in helping to bring this to life as well. Let me share a brief story. Just a few miles up the road here is Little Creek Primitive Baptist Church, a church that my ancestors helped found and where they worshiped for generations. This very creek behind us, Little Creek, was where they baptized their congregation, and this kind of reminds me of that, we're just temporary stewards of this land and this water. It's our duty to preserve and protect it for those who will come after us. In closing, this is just a beginning. With this trash trap in place now, it's time for our community, especially our amazing civics groups, to do what they do best. And that's to come out and step up and help clean this trash trap out, and also support this great organization and what they do for this community, for this environment, and for this state. So thank you, and now I'd like to turn over to Councilwoman Archer.
Thank you all so much for being here today. I think that all of us here who are taking part in this event, and anyone who watches this video or sees the photos and reads the comments afterward, can be reminded that litter is a problem. It accumulates, it gets in our waterways, it gets in our bodies. And so we can use this event to draw attention to the issue and as a reminder to keep an eye out for litter and do our part and talk to our neighbors about it and do what we can to reduce it. We're all here because we care. Your representatives are serving because we care about you, and today's a day to show that we care about the river and our community. So just let's use it as a reminder of how we need to act going forward, and thank you all for being here. And now I would like to invite our Representative Donna White to the microphone.
I am so happy to be able to be here today and to have a part of being able to put this in the water. I want to get in the trap. I'm so proud of Sound Rivers and what they're doing across the state. Thank you so much for choosing this area to come and put one in. Yesterday, I was working on the state budget, and I chair the health portion of the state budget, and I put in another $150,000 to buy some more traps for the Neuse River. I can't promise you it will make it through the Senate, but we're going to try. When I was a freshman, I got labeled as the only crazy Republican woman in the House. And I was really proud to be called the only crazy Republican woman, because what I was able to do, a lobbyist came to me and he said, we need to take care of the Neuse River. And I said, what's wrong with the Neuse River? This was like 9 years ago. And he said, well, it's got algae and we've had the big fish kills. I said, oh, yeah, that's right. He said, it goes from the Falls of the Lake to the Pamlico Sound. I said, well, what can I do? He said, you're willing to help me? I said, well, why did you come to me if you didn't think I was willing to help you? And he said, well, I didn't think a woman, Republican, would want to do this. I said, bring it on. And so when I got the bill passed to take care of the nutrients that were going from the farm fields into the Neuse and caused the farmers to have to put up bruins and protect the news from that. The governor signed the bill. I wasn't able to be there when he signed it. I was in another meeting, but he sent me the pen that he signed it with. And he's told the lobbyists to tell a group that the lobbyists had already put me, he was taking me across the state to speak on what I had done. And so they said, first time a Democrat governor, Governor Cooper, signed a bill for a Republican woman in the House for an environmental issue. This has got to be the beginning of a wonderful love affair, and it has been. So thank you all for what you do every day, for being in your positions in the county, in the state, in the town, and just our Boy Scouts back there that just, I love to work with the Boy Scouts. I'm always going and giving them their American flag from our office. So when I look around this group of people, I just see a lot of hard working people that love Clayton, love the Neuse River, and we're going to keep it that way. So thank you so much for letting me be here today.
So I think at this point, what we're going to hope to do is, with the help of a few intrepid volunteers, we're going to put this trap in the creek. So first, though, we would love to take a group photo with all of the amazing people who are here. So if you're willing to be a part of that photo, in a minute, let's just gather around this trap and we will take a really sweet photo there. And then we could use 3 to 5 volunteers who are willing to put on waders, which we have for you, and get in the creek and help us hook this thing up. All right. Thank you all so much for being here.